We also have Congress leader TS Singh Deo from Chhattisgarh joining us on what really happened within the party. Thank you, Mr. Deo, for speaking to NDTV, for giving us your time. First of all, your reaction to what happened to the Congress party's performance both in Haryana and Jammu.
Wrong assessment, I think, on both counts, Jammu and Kashmir and Haryana. Jammu would have been 40 for the alliance, 30 for the BJP and 20 for others. So that went in favor of the Congress alliance, NC alliance. And Haryana Congress was certainly expecting 50 plus. And we slipped up there. So that's been a big disappointment.
Okay. Sir, you've been a victim of infighting. I remember covering Sarguja, and it was, it was a huge success at one point. And of course, the party lost there. Why has the Congress party failed to curb infighting? Or as some would say, has the party failed to check the growing aspirations of some of its leaders that not only undercut the aspirations of other leaders, but also damage the Congress party?
I should not, and we should not say in democracy particularly that one should not be free. But in Congress, I feel we are led to be freer than maybe it is necessary. So sometimes that hits us back. The BJP controlled by, let us say, the RSS, if we can now say that more openly. So there is a much greater degree of control and discipline. Control and discipline. In Congress, it is a freer, looser organization, where rather than a party which is based on a cadre, it is the leaders who come together and build the party. We have an ideology, we have party leaders at the highermost levels, and then there is a coming together of local and regional leaders. So that is why the Congress suffers maybe sometimes. That sense of control, which doesn't come when you're not a cadre-based party. So that is what the Congress has to face. But it has won so many elections with this setup, and it will win so many more elections with this setup. With the nature of the party, it can be dealt with more effectively, and it needs a little more attention on that aspect.
Right. But sir, there is definitely a cost to pay, and this has happened in way too many states. We've seen this happen in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and now Haryana. One person, one family becoming more important than the others. Do you really think that there's a way to solve this? And is the Congress party, the present leadership, capable of addressing this?
Where the family is concerned, particularly at the local level, it's a transient thing. It cannot be a permanent thing, and it is not a permanent thing, and it has not been a permanent thing. Nor will it be a thing that will last in the future. Maybe a generation or two at most. Because there are connections, if the elders in the family are in politics, and if the youngsters join in as workers initially, and they get acceptance amongst the voters, then it happens. But it cannot and it will not go on from, one generation to the next and the next and the next. So that is not a cause of worry. As far as groupism is concerned, it comes and goes. We had Karnataka, we had aspirants there too, senior aspirants. Siddaramaiah ji was there, our PCC president, who is the deputy chief minister today, he was there, both were aspirants, but it worked out. There would be other states where there have been similar situations. Himachal, we were able to win. There were more than one aspirant, but it has worked out. So it is not as if it is a malaise which is a permanent thing and which doesn't have a solution, or which will always lead you to a defeat. That is not true. Facts have not borne that out. But we need to be careful in each state and play more effectively with the dynamics of that particular state at that particular point in time.
Right. But sir, what did you exactly get right in Karnataka and Himachal Pradesh? Was there more focus on organization and also dialogue before the elections? Because at least the governments were formed, even if the infighting went on.
Where the Congress is concerned, somehow this seems to have stuck that it is a particular malaise of the Congress. Groupism is a particular malaise of the Congress party. That is not true. You see, let us talk about the BJP. Let us talk about the BJP in, let us say, Rajasthan. You mentioned Rajasthan. Do we not have Vasundhara ji there? Who was a rightful aspirant. Her son has not yet been a minister, though he's a 5-time MLA. I think 4 or 5-time MLA, I don't remember very correctly. So there, even in the BJP, there are strong factions, if we can call it that. But somehow it is managed. Either it is one-time Congress, one-time BJP, so it's worked, or the BJP is able to put its house in order a little better than the Congress in some places. Let us say Uttar Pradesh. There we have Yogi Nath ji. We had his deputy chief minister not attending cabinet meetings and making statements in public. So unfortunately, somehow it gets propagated or put out that this is a particular situation which the Congress finds itself in, which is not true. Which is not true. It is there in every party. We need to manage it. We don't need to look to other parties, what they are doing. We need to manage our house better. So that is the bottom line. And I'm sure the High Command will be working on this full time.
Right. But sir, you mentioned the BJP, but the BJP also has a leadership which is strong, which sort of in some ways puts a check on this kind of internal bickering. Is the central leadership of the Congress party strong enough? Is it weak, which is why is this happening? Or is there a discord between several of the state units and the party high command?
With respect to Mr. Modi and the RSS, I would not like to be in a party which has that sort of a leadership. That sort of what we call strong leadership. Our leadership is strong. Our party president, he has very strong views, but he has that flexibility of wisdom, of experience. Mr. Kharge has strong opinions and he's able to hold his ground. I have seen on any number of occasions in higher level party meetings where he is very firm. We have Rahul ji, who's very firm. But he is very accommodative also. He is very accommodative also. Somewhere in between, we need to work out with the nature of our party, which is a coming together of people of influence in various spheres. We need to work on that in a more effective manner. We don't need, they are all strong. Otherwise, they would not be leaders. Had they not been strong, they would not have been leaders at the national level. See how Rahul ji is performing. See how strongly Kharge ji is performing on public platforms and otherwise. I don't see weakness anywhere. Maybe a bit too much of laxity. So a little more of pulling the strings with a smile like you're smiling. So with a smile on their lips, but a little bit of pulling that needs to be done.